Hello friends, welcome back. I'm Angela Imagination, Mrs. Imagination. You can call me either one. I'm so glad that you are here to see the activities I have planned for Seeds and Trees by Brandon Walden. Ooh, this was a really good book. It had a very big idea though. Do you remember what the seeds were in the book? They were words. In fact, our first activity is going to be our writer's notebook, and I want us to find the page called Word Choice. When we're writing, the words we use are so important. And what our author, Brandon Walden, did, he used something called a metaphor. I'm going to write that down in our word choice section. He used a metaphor. We've talked before about similes. That's when you use words like and as to compare things. Like, he could have said the words were like seeds, but he didn't say they were like seeds. He said the seeds were words. He could have said the seeds were like words, but he didn't. He said the seeds were words. So when something is something else, like a heart of stone. If you said, oh, you just have a heart of stone, well, that doesn't mean your heart is really stone. It means that your heart is not being kind and loving. That's a comparison. That's figurative language. Oh, it's such a great way to use the imagination to have people picture something in their head. If someone said to you, you are my sunshine, would that mean you are actually sunshine? No, but it would be comparing you to sunshine. So it means you are bright and radiant and just make the world a better place. So when Brandon Walden said the seeds were words, he was using a metaphor that compares one thing to another thing by saying it is that. That's what he did throughout the book. He said that the dark seeds caused pain. They were not good. The green seeds caused joy and love because, remember, the seeds were words. Wow. Metaphors are a great tool to use when we're writing. And you know, I mentioned that our book, Seeds and Trees, had a big message. Woo. So let's go back to our ideas book, because sometimes when we're writing, we want to give a big message. And I'm going to write that in all capital letters so it stands out. We want to give a big message for someone to learn a lesson. So it's like a lesson. And I think, actually I know from reading about Brandon Walden, that this was a story about things in his life, about times in his life that people spoke dark words unkind words. And then others who spoke kind and inspiring words. And he decided to turn that into a story. I think that's a wonderful thing to do. So since our story was about seeds, you see that I have all these jars here, and they all have different kinds of seeds. These are okra seeds. They're kind of a grayish green. These are tomato seeds and mustard seeds mixed together, and they're kind of a reddish black. You know what these are? These are cantaloupe seeds. Oh, that's a good way to look at them. They're kind of a beige. Do you know some seeds we eat, like beans. Beans are actually a seed. You can plant them. These are kidney beans, so they're a seed. These are green peas. These are white beans. So yeah, all of these are seeds. Oh, and what about popcorn? Or not popcorn, but corn kernels. If you put them in hot oil, they will become popcorn. But corn kernels, you plant them and get a corn stalk. Oh, wow. What I want us to do, first of all, with these, is do some art. So, I'm gonna show you 2 different ways you can do it. Seed mosaics, or seed art. So first of all, you can make just a design, and I did a design. I did a diamond and I put some lines in it. And what I would do is I would use glue, just regular liquid glue, not glue sticks for seeds, because some of them were heavy. And I would put glue in one of the areas and choose one of the color of seeds to put in that area, and then another kind of seed in this area and another seed in that area. Let me show you. I started doing it. You see? And when I would finish, it would be somewhat in the shape of a diamond, and it would have different colors. Just make a really cool design. The other thing you could do is just do a picture. It wouldn't have to be some design. I'm going to draw a flower. Just a regular flower. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one color of seed to do the large petal, one color seed to go in the center, and then the stem and the leaves are going to be, you guessed it, green. And I've already done that. I did it ahead of time so that the glue could dry and you could see what it looked like. Look at that. Do you see what I used? I used the corn kernels for the yellow. I used these little black seeds, the little black red for the center. And I used the green peas, the dried green peas, for the stem and the leaf. I love that. That's fun. Now that's one way to do it. You can also do one, if you have a top similar to this is a Pringles top. And if you pour your glue in here, you don't want it to come all the way up to the rim, but just fill the bottom with it, and then just put the seeds however you want to make a design. And I did this already. See, it's not falling out. And look at this. I just kind of made a design. Isn't that neat? Actually, look what it does. It comes out of this. See the back of it? So seed mosaics are fun to make. The last activity we have today is going to use some large seeds inside of a peach. It's called a pit. This is the pit of a peach, but it's the seed. And it's large. I wanted a large seed for this activity. Do you remember at the end of the book what the prince did with the dark seeds that caused pain and shame and anger? Do you remember what he did with those seeds? He took them to the edge of a cliff and he threw them into the sea, into the waves. So what if you have some kind of bucket or one of your mom's plastic containers in the kitchen that you get permission to use? And what if you set your bucket somewhere and tossed it and tried to wring the bucket? You could make that a game. But also, I thought it would be really good for you to keep a large seed, like a peach pit, maybe a large watermelon seed, somewhere in your room. And when you are feeling sad about someone's words, you can take that seed and just toss it. Don't throw it hard. Don't try to break anything. But just toss it. And just pretend that you're taking those bad words, those words that made you feel bad in your heart, and you're taking those words and you're throwing them into the water. You're not going to think about those negative words. You're going to think about the kind words and the gentle words. That's something you can do. I think I'm going to keep this peach pit beside my bed, on my bedside table, so that I will remember that my words are seeds and that they can help someone or they can harm someone. Oh, wow. I hope you enjoyed these activities today. I've had such a delightful time sharing them with you. And it's all because we read a picture book. I look forward to your next visit. Until then,